February 4th. I feel the warm glow of the sun. I wake up, my head hazy to the sensation of the cold air on my cheek. Must be a draft. Oh, in the shed. I get up and shake my head 2, 3 times in an effort to wake myself. Alright, I just fell asleep like this. To my nightly routine, training to fortify my senses, I must have been too lazy to go back to my room. From how light it is, it must be just before 6. Crap, I need to get breakfast ready. I fold my blanket up, pick up all the broken shards from my failed strengthening attempts last night, and head back to the house to wash my face. It's so cold. The moment I step outside the shed, I realize just how chilly it is out. Miyama is typically warm even in the winter, but the temps here on the mountainside still get chilly. And there's my face. Right. Completely awake now. Once my mind's woken up, all the things I'd rather not be thinking about, like the situation, come rushing back. I have time to wash my face. The time is 5:55. There's a ton to do, but first I need to head back to my room and check on Saber. Yeah, I did leave my room without telling her. I should at least explain myself. I wouldn't want to upset Saber. Going to the shed in the middle of the night is a ritual for me, so I'm sure she'll understand as long as I explain myself. Once I talk to Saber, then I should start making breakfast. Totsuka said she didn't eat breakfast, so I just need to make extra for Saber. Oh, I should go buy more ingredients now that I'll be cooking for more people. I should write that down before I forget. Forget? Oh. I have this nagging feeling that I'm forgetting something really important. Crap, it's already 6. I need to hurry or I won't make it. Well, if I can't remember whatever it is, it's probably not important. I don't know what he's forgetting to clarify, but that foreshadowing. I slowly opened the door. The room is just as I left it. There's no sign of Saber waking up in the middle of the night and searching my room. It doesn't seem like she noticed I snuck out. That's a letdown. I thought Saber would have noticed. Unless she was just in that deep of a sleep because she requires a lot of rest. Alright. Yeah, that's what she meant when she said she needs to sleep often. And she's sleeping as close to me as possible so she can rest over if something does happen. Whatever the case, it shouldn't make much of a difference as long as I'm in the compound. The bounded field won't deflect any enemy intruders. I should be able to defend myself for at least a moment, which should give Saber enough time to get to me. Yeah, and the shed has plenty of places for me to hide. Anyway, I don't think I'll get scolded for what I did last night. I thought I would explain myself to Saber, but that doesn't seem to be necessary now. Besides, I'd hate to wake her up if she's still sleeping. Saber, I'm going to prepare breakfast. I'll make some for you too, but you don't need to get up if you're still sleepy. I'll come back, so keep resting if you need to. After speaking softly to her, I head out of my room as quietly as I can. There's nobody in the living room. I open the refrigerator and plan out what to make for breakfast. Then,
朝早いのね、あんた。
morning. You sure get up early. Totsuka walks in, looking obviously cranky. Did something happen?
別に。朝はいつもこんなだから気にしないで。
Nothing. I'm always like this in the morning. Don't worry about it. Totsuka staggers through the living room like a drunken ghost. Are you okay? Your eyes don't look right.
だから気にしないでって言ってるでしょ。顔でも洗えば目が覚めるわ。ここからだとどう行くんだっけ？脱衣所って。
He said don't worry about it. I'll wake up once I wash my face. How do I get to the bathroom again? If you're going to wash your face, there's a washroom in the hallway near the entrance.
ああ、そういえばあったわね、そんなのが。
I don't know how much he heard, but Totsuka just waves a hand and walks away. The doorbell rings, announcing a guest arrival.
シロー、誰か来たけど。
I hear Totsuka's voice from the hallway. Oh, don't worry about it. The only people who ever come to at this hour are family. It's gotta be Sakura. She has a spare key, so I don't need to go to the door. Oh, this is what he's forgetting, isn't it? I keep telling Sakura she doesn't need to ring the bell. Sakura's like family, so she can just come in without bothering about the doorbell. She's always polite enough to ring the doorbell to let me know she's here. One of the good things about Sakura these days. Hold on. Sakura is here. Crap! I run through the hallway. Being angry at my own stupidity is going to have to wait. Right now, I need to rush to the entrance and send Sakura home before she runs into Tosaka. But it's too late. At the entrance, Tosaka's greeting the guests even though I didn't ask her to, and Sakura looks surprised. Sakura stands at the entrance and Tosaka is in the hallway. The two of them are staring at each other, the air growing tense. Good morning, Miss Mato. Are you surprised to see me here? Tosaka looms in the doorway, appearing to look down at Sakura. Sakura is utterly bewildered. She looks up at Tosaka, fear in her eyes. This is bad. I can't manage to get a word out. The two of them ignore me as they continue to stare at each other. There's no room for me to butt in here. The only thing I can do right now is try to think how to explain the situation to Sakura, but before I can come up with a good excuse. Senpai, what is the meaning of this? Sakura looks over to me, almost begging for help. Yeah, it's kind of a long story. It's not that complicated. I just started living here. Tosaka's response is extraordinarily blunt. She just cuts me off and gets right to the point. The short answer is yes. Things happened, and now Tosaka's going to be staying here for a while. Sorry for not telling you this earlier, and sorry you got blindsided first thing in the morning. Well, please do not apologize. I was certainly surprised, but do not worry about it. What you said earlier is not... That's right. This is something Shiro and I agreed on together. The head of the household agreed, so it's pretty much a done deal. Do you understand what that means, Miss Mato? You seem to have been taking care of Shiro for a while now, but that won't be necessary now. I'd rather you not come here for your own good. Sakura looks down and falls silent. And after a chilling silence... I don't know. Come again? I said I don't know what you mean, Miss Tosaka. Please excuse me, Senpai. I will be using your kitchen. Sakura bows to me and walks into the house. She heads toward the living room, heading right past Tosaka and flatly ignoring her. Tosaka just stands there, aghast. I'm no different. I've never seen Sakura act like that, and I don't know what to say. Well, that comes as a surprise, but it isn't the only one. Hey, Jessica, how did you know Sakura always comes to my house? I never told you she came by to help me out with housework. What's more surprising to me is that she's so energetic and happy here. She's completely different here than when she's at school. Tosaka must be really surprised given how annoyed she sounds. Means Tosaka knows Sakura pretty well at school. Sakura seems to know Tosuka too, and the two of them appear to have a good senior underclassman relationship I was unaware of. That aside, actually, I'm surprised too. I've never seen Sakura so snappy before. She's no different than that when she's no different here than when she's at school. I'd say what we just saw was out of the ordinary.
そうなんだ。まずったわね。さくらがあんなに意固地だとは知らなかったわ。こうなるんなら、シロの口から説明させればよかった。
Ah, okay. Well, that was bad. I didn't know Sakura was so stubborn. If I'd known, I would have made you explain everything to her, Shiro. Obviously. Compared to Tosuka's merciless explanation, I would have handled that a lot better. What's done is done. What do you mean this is bad?
そりゃまずいでしょう。これからこの家は戦場になるかもしれないのよ。だから私たち以外の人間を寄せつけないようにってさくらをたしなめたのに、あれじゃあ逆に追い出すのが難しくなったじゃない。
Of course this is bad. This house might turn into a battlefield. I was harsh with Sakura to try and drive her from the house so innocent people like her won't get caught up in this war. Now it's going to be a lot harder to get her out of here. That was you being harsh? I thought you were just bullying her.
そこ、なんかつまんないこと言った今。
Is that slander I hear? I was just being honest, but what should we do about Sakura? At this point, she's not going to leave easily.
そんなのをなんとかするしかないでしょう。で、さくらが来るのは朝だけ？それとも夕食もこき使ってるの？
Well, we have to do something. So does Sakura only come for breakfast, or do you force her to come for dinner too? Stop trying to make it sound bad. Yes, she comes every morning, but not as often for dinner.
そう。それじゃあ、これからは毎日になりそうね。
I see. Now she's going to want to come every night. Every night? For what? As I tilt my head in confusion, Sakura sighs in disbelief. Soon after... Jessica remains in the living room while Sakura begins preparing breakfast in silence. I was a little worried about leaving Tosuka and Sakura alone in the same room, but I'm not stupid enough to forget about Saber. It seems like Sakura is mad about Tosuka being here too, so things will just get worse if Saber comes out too. Ah, okay. Ignore that. Which is why I decided to explain the situation to Saber. So there you have it. Sakura, the girl who's named Sakura, but she's an ordinary girl. Not a mage or anything, so we can't have her getting dragged into the Holy Grail War. If possible, I'd like her to stay away from the house for a while without ever knowing why. What the hell, I think I'm here to consult her on how to get Sakura away from here. Anyway, she's acting real strange this morning. Tosuka's the reason, but I don't want to upset her even more. Well, you see, she's surprised because some strangers here, so she'll get even angry. Am I being rude or something, Saber?
いいえ。シロの言いたいことはわかります。つまり、私はここで待機していればいいのですね。
Oh, yeah. Not at all. I understand what you're trying to say, Shiro. You want me to wait here, correct? Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. I'll come back for you... I'll come back for your right... What? What the fuck is up with this translation? Oh my god, dude! How do you let it be this... okay. I'll come back for you right after I see Sakura off, so you can eat breakfast then. Saber nods quietly. I'm so glad Saber is so understanding. Okay. I'm worried about what's happening in the living room, so I should hurry back. Shiro. What's up, Saber?
はい。そのようなことを私に説明する必要はありませんが、もう少し落ち着くべきです。先ほどからシロの言動は破綻しているかと。
You have no obligation to explain yourself in situations like this, but you should calm down a bit. Your words and behavior are noticeably distorted. I panicked.
今に戻るのでしたら、その前に気を落ち着けることです。
Yes, you are. If you intend to return to the living room, I suggest you calm yourself before you do so. Saber's advice is given in her usual tone. And breakfast begins as usual, like nothing happened. Yugo-senpai, and would you like some too, Miss Tosaka? Sakura hands me my bowl of rice. She's acting like her usual self. I don't know what happened while I was gone, but the tension between the two seems to have dissipated, at least on the surface. Okay, I'll take a bowl. Tosaka hesitates a little before accepting her rice bowl. Sakura smiles as she puts bowls of miso soup, egg omelet, and other dishes on the table. Tosaka watches the table filling up, looking utterly flummoxed. Tosaka, I thought you didn't eat breakfast. Yeah, if someone makes it for me, I'll eat it. It's only polite, you know. As long as you're okay with it. Let's eat. And sorry I made you get everything ready, Sakura. Please don't worry about it. This is my job. I'll start eating too.
まったくいい身分だこと。後輩に朝食作らせるなんてどこの王侯貴族なんだか。まあそれはおいおい問い詰めるとして。いただきます。
Look at you making your junior classmen prepare breakfast for you. Who did it made you king to deserve that kind of treatment? Well, I'd grill you about that. Well, I'll grill you about that later. For now, let's eat. The three of us bow politely and begin breakfast. I guess the mood isn't that tense. Our breakfasts are usually pretty light on conversation. Sakura and I aren't really all that talkative, so it's not shocking meals are so quiet. Breakfast feels so chaotic every day. Wait a minute. I get another nagging feeling. Senpai, was the fish too salty for you this morning? That's not it. I just have this bad feeling like I'm forgetting something. What could it be? I try to convince myself that it's probably not important since I can't remember, but I feel like that's a terrible mistake. I'm gripped by this sense of dread, like I'm ignoring a fatal disease or something. Oh well, I bet it's not that big a deal. We've literally already did this today, dude. You know what you're forgetting. There we go. Comedy! That's comedy, baby! Fujini comes bursting in. I forgot. How could I have forgotten this? I guess I try to just forget my problems rather than deal with them. Fujini situates herself in her normal spot. The two greet her in unison. Here you go, Miss Fujimura. It's not much, but please dig in. Sakura hands her a rice bowl with her usual smile. Fujini takes the bowl and tilts her head in confusion. She senses something strange, but doesn't know exactly what it is. She quietly chews her food. After finishing a whole bowl of rice, she whispers in my ear. Hey, Shiro. Why is Tosaka here? She's going to stay here for a while starting today. I asked her to give the facts. Oh, Tosaka does some pretty weird stuff. Yep, she is a strange one. The way she is at school, she's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. So she's going to be spending the night here from today on. Fujini seems to accept this and takes a big old piece of soup. I think we all thought that was going to be worse. Oh, never mind. Oh my god! Holy shit! The table suddenly flips violently. Luckily, Sakura is sitting out of the path of the flying food while Tosaka had already moved away, apparently predicting what was about to happen, so I'm the only one who ended up splattered. What the hell, Fujini? Don't you realize there's hot miso soup, piping hot rice, and scorching meatballs in a pot? You'd burn me if you spilled those on me. Why are we having a food from a hot pot for breakfast anyway?
そ何考えてるのよシロ。同い年の女の子を下宿させるなんてどこのラブコメだい。私はそんなタチの悪い冗談じゃ笑ってやらないんだから。
What are you thinking, Shiro? What are you hoping to be the protector of a rom-com? Letting a girl stay over at your house? Ugh, even I can't laugh at a sick joke this sick. I wasn't trying to make you laugh. Ow, this really stings. I'm actually getting burned here. Sakura, give me a towel.
はい、冷やしたタオルでしたら用意しておきました、先輩。
Here you go. I've got a cold wet towel, senpai. Thanks. Whoa, I just found a chicken meatball on my shirt, and it's freaking hot!
タオルは後。そんなことより申し開きしなさいシロ。あんた本気でそんなこと言ってるの？
Forget the towel! You need to explain yourself, Shiro. This isn't some sick joke, is it? Of course not. You know I don't like to kid around about these things, right? Anyway, Tosuka's staying here. Complain all you want, but it's already been decided, so there's not much point.
そんなの大却下。何のつもりか知らないけどダメに決まってるでしょ。同い年の女の子と一緒に暮らすなんてそんなのお姉ちゃん許しません。
Objection! I don't know what your intention is, but I can't allow it. Big sister will not allow you to live with a girl under your roof. Fujini roars. Well, that went about as how I expected. Fujini's my guardian, but she's also a school teacher. I don't think I'm getting out of this situation with 100 whacks from a wooden sword or even 100 cuts from a real one. Fortunately, I have to find a way to live with this. Can you just let this go? I'm not doing anything wrong. Tosuka and I aren't in that kind of relationship. It's just we kind of ended up in this situation by accident, and I'm letting her use one of the rooms here for now.
うるさーい。ダメなものはダメなの。私は下宿なんて許しません。東坂さんの事情は知らないけどちゃっちゃと帰ってもらいなさい。
I won't allow her to stay. I don't know what's going on with Tosuka, but send her home stat! She's not even willing to listen. This is bad. I guess she's not as easy to convince as I thought.
先生、下宿は許しませんとおっしゃいますけど、私はすでに一泊してしまったのですが。
Miss Fujimura, you say you don't approve of me staying here, but I already stayed over last night. Tosuka is so casual about how she puts it. Her words seem to be like cold water dumping over Fujini's head.
ですから昨日止めさせていただいたんです。
Like I said, Neil let me stay over last night.
正確には土曜の夜からお邪魔していますから2泊でした。今は別棟の客間を借りて荷物も運んであります。
Well, actually, I've been here since Saturday evening, so I've technically stayed over 2 nights already. Right now, I'm staying in one of the guest rooms in the outbuilding, and my luggage is already there.
どうでしょう先生。客観的に見て私はもう下宿している状況なのですが。
What do you think, Miss Fujimura? I'm already staying here at this point. The color drains from Fujini's face. Why did she just floss? Why did she just hit an emote? Shiro, how dare you? Did you not even consider how Kiritsuga would have reacted if she was around? What would he have thought? My old man would have definitely been happy about it. Something about a man's worth or whatever.
同感。キリツグさん、女の子にはとことん甘い人だったかな。そっか。それが遺伝してるんでしょ、シロのバカ。
You can't even argue that. Kiritsuga was definitely a ladies' man. Get it. Pass his bad habits down to you. Shiro, you goddamn idiot! Oh my god, why? Oh, my old man did always teach me to protect girls. I'm not as chivalrous as him, but I agree. Even so. What? You want me to help you out? You guys have it pretty tough, though. Because of my chivalrous upbringing, I do have to keep in mind that, cold-hearted as she is, Rin is still a girl. I beg of you, I can't get out of this myself. I need your silver tongue here. I nod in Tosuga's direction while Fujini shakes me.
オッケー。そ それじゃあサクッと解決しますか。
Okay, I'll make this quick.
藤村先生、エミヤ君を振っても出るのは悲鳴だけですから、そのあたりでやめてあげてください。それに下手をすると朝ごはんまで出てきかねません。
Miss Fujimura, the only thing you'll get from shaking Emiya is a weak squeak, so please stop. If you keep it up, you might even shake the breakfast out of him.
何よ遠坂さん、そんな真面目な顔したって怖くないんだから。教師として、何より四郎の教育係として遠坂さんの下宿は認めません。
If you think that look on your face is going to scare me, you've got another thing coming, Tosaka. I'm an educator and Shiro's instructor, so I will never approve of you staying over at this house. Fujini takes her hands off of me and turns towards Tosaka. It must be her feral instincts kicking in. She must have thought Tosaka would pounce on her if she kept her full attention on me.
それはなぜでしょうか。うちの学校には下宿している生徒も少なくありません。生徒の自主性を伸ばすのが我が校の方針ではありませんでしたか？
Why? There are plenty of students at our school who live in boarding houses. Isn't developing and nurturing students' independence part of our school's mission?
何よ、難しいこと言ったってダメなんだから。大体ですね、こんなところに下宿したって自主性なんて芽生えません。
Don't try to leave on fancy words to intimidate me. Besides, seeing this place like a boarding house isn't going to nurture your
ご飯は
independence.
勝手に出てくる。いつも綺麗。お風呂は勝手に沸いてるっていう夢のようなお家なんだから。ここんなところに居候してたら堕落しきっちゃうわよ、遠坂さん。
This place is practically a dream house, with food always magically being served to you, practically sparkling clean, and the bath always full of warm water. Staying here will just spoil you. Fujini? That hardly seems appropriate coming from a teacher.
それにね、原則として下宿していい生徒は家が遠い生徒だけよ。遠坂さんのお家、確かにここより遠いけど登校できない場所じゃないでしょう。さくらちゃんだってあっちから通ってるんだから、下宿する必要なんてありません。
Besides, students who live far away are the only ones who typically live in boarding houses. Your house, while it's further than here, is still close enough to commute. Even Sakura commutes from your side of the neighborhood, so there's no need for you to stay here, boarding house or not.
それが今うちは全面的な改装を行っているんです。
Well, you see, my house is currently undergoing a major renovation.
古い建物ですからそこかしこにガタが来てしまっていて、改装が終わるまではホテルで暮らそうと考えていたのですが、偶然通りかかってエミヤ君に相談したところ、それはお金がもったいないからうちを使えばいいと言ってくれたんです。
It's an old building, so a lot of places are practically falling apart. I was thinking of staying in a hotel until the renovations were finished, but I ran into Emmy and told him about my situation. He mentioned that it would be a waste of money and offered me to let me stay here.
それは確かに素人っぽい発言ね。
That does sound like something Shiro would say.
はい、あまり面識のないエミヤ君からの提案には驚いたのですが、確かにホテル暮らしなんてもったいないし、何より学生らしくありません。それなら学友であるエミヤ君のお家にご厄介になった方が勉強になると思ったのです。
Yes, I was surprised by his offer since I hardly know him, but living in a hotel really would be a waste of money, and that would be especially unstudent-like of me. I thought it would be more beneficial and educational for me to stay at Emiya's house instead. Fujini groans. Jessica's answer and the mannerisms are textbook. There's no room for Fujini, teacher that she is, to object.
話はわかりました。けどそれでも問題はあるでしょ。遠坂さんと四郎は女の子と男の子なんだから、一つ屋根の下で暮らすというのはどうかと思うわ。
I understand now, but there's still one issue. You and Shiro are the opposite sex, and I still don't love the idea of the two of you staying under the same roof.
どうかとはどんなことでしょうか、先生。
And what are you concerned about, Miss Fujimura?
だからね、遠坂さん美人だし、シロもなんだかんだって男の子だし、間違いがあったら嫌だなって。
Well, you know, you're pretty, and Shiro's a guy, so I wouldn't want anything inappropriate to happen.
何も間違いはありません。私の部屋は別棟の隅。エミヤ君の部屋は蔵の近くにある和室です。 距離にしてみれば20メートル以上離れているじゃないですか。ここまで離れていれば何も問題はないと思いますが。
That should not be an issue. My room is at the far end of the outbuilding, while Emiya's room is the Japanese-style room near the shed. Our rooms are about 20 meters away, and that distance shouldn't really create any issues.
うん。別棟には鍵もかかるし、違う家みたいなものだけど。
Well, the outbuilding does lock from the inside, and it's like a separate house.
でしょ？それとも藤村先生はエミヤくんを信用していないとでも？先ほど先生はエミヤくんの教育係だとおっしゃいました。ならエミヤくんがどのような性格かは私より藤村先生の方がご存知だと思います。彼がそのような間違いを犯すというのでしたら、私も下宿先には選びませんが。
You see, or do you not trust Emiya? You mentioned that you're Shiro's instructor. That means you know him better than I do. If you say he's the type of character who might do something like that, I may need to reconsider staying here.
失礼ね。シロはちゃんとしてるもん。絶対女の子を泣かせるような子じゃないんだから。
Don't be silly. Shiro's an upright gentleman. He would never make a girl cry.
なら安心でしょ。私もエミヤくんを信用していますから。ここなら安心して下宿できると思ったのです。
There's nothing to worry about. I believe I can stay here without needing to worry because I trust Shiro and Emiya too. Fujini starts losing steam. Check and mate, Tosuka. There are a few things Fujini could have responded to, but I'm sure Tosuka would have had no trouble talking her way out of them. Anyway, it looks like Tosuka has officially gained citizenship in this house. Then breakfast ends. As expected, Fujini gave up after Tosuka talked her down. In the end, we'd agreed to keep our living arrangements a secret at school while Fujini would supervise us at home. That decided, Fujini got really excited knowing that there were going to be more people in the house, and she left for school in a good mood. When breakfast ended, I called out to Saber before I leave for school. Saber, calm as always, says,
学校ではリンの指示に従うように。
Follow Lin's directions at
危
school.
険が迫った時は私を必要としてください。それでマスターの異常は感じ取れますから。
And please, seek me out if you are ever in danger. That's how I know my master is in a dire situation. She returns to her room.